Alright, I'm going to do a little midsummer update here. It's August 10th, I think. Here's something I'm not sure I've actually shown yet. These are about 5 years old. These are some Aronia chokeberries. I believe this one is an Autumn Magic. This one was, it's a landscaping variety. And then I've got, I think, two Viking. I think this is a Viking. I think this one's a Viking. I think that it did have more berries on it earlier, so maybe something's eating them, or maybe they fell off. I thought they stayed on all winter last year, but maybe some birds developed a taste for them. Those are still there on the Autumn Magic, so maybe they don't taste as good. But yeah, I think it was two Viking and a Nero. Maybe I need to pick a few of these berries. They're not doing super great. I might need to mulch them, maybe put some manure on them or something. Here's the fig corral. They're all doing good. Some better than others. Got some Ronde de Bordeaux. They're ripening up. I got some Chicago Hardies that are ripening up. I've got 5 new ones. I used a different soil mix this time. This was was 1/3 manure, 1/3 peat moss, and 1/3 pine bark, with a large fast food cup full of perlite for each bucket. It holds water better than these other ones do, so I don't have to water them nearly as often. I was afraid maybe they would hold the water a little too much, but they seem to be doing well. These things have only been in here for a few weeks, and they're really taking off. But I've got a Campanary Adriatic JH. This one over here is Alta Black. That one there is LSU Champagne, and the one in the back, that's MBVS. Over here we've got the medlars that I grafted onto this Bradford pear. Some of those are doing better than others. Breda Giant, I think, seems to be doing the best. That's a Breda Giant right there. It's doing pretty well. This is the Breda Giant on this one. It's doing better than the other two. One of them's dead. I can't remember which one is which on the other two, but it was a Royal and Fuchui Mole. I can't remember which is which right now. But those are hanging in there. Callus is not super huge, so that's a good sign. We'll see how it looks after a couple more years. The fig trees from last year are not doing super great. They all survived the winter. The fig leaves and all that, I mean, they saved them, but this is a VDB. That is all it has done this year. That is, I don't think that's as big as it was by the end of the season last year. There's the other VDB in the raised bed. Also, not as good as last year. So they may be on the decline. Chicago Hardy looking rough. I mean, they're just putting on leaves, and then that's it. They're done. Leaves. Another Chicago Hardy. That last one was a Chicago Hardy. This one's a Chicago Hardy. They're just, I mean, they're. Some of them came back from the ground and put on leaves, and then stopped growing, and Some of them that survived above ground put on leaves, and then that was it. This is all growth from last year. They put on leaves, and that's it. Campanary in the ground, not digging it. The ones in the pot. Actually, I think that first new one I showed you was a campanary. Did I say campanary? I don't remember. Anyway, they seem to like pots, but they don't seem to like it in the ground here. We got a heavy clay, and it's not great for figs. There's a Ronde de Bordeaux. It's actually trying to put on a little fig here. The dog's after the crickets. I'm gonna start planting them a little closer. We got two more. I'm gonna work this up with the broad fork here, and then work in some manure, and then I'm gonna lay these watermelon bins on top of that. See if that helps. The hazelnuts are not dead. They actually seem to be doing kind of okay. That one's I think that one was Jefferson. And this one was Yamhill. Oh yeah, we got that one backwards. But the two in the front are Jefferson and Yamhill. This one took a lot of damage from drought. And I actually had to buy a new hose, a couple of new hoses to reach it. To keep it from taking any more damage. But then we got like 2 weeks of rain. So it seems pretty happy now, right now. And this one's Eta. E-T-A. Like the Greek letter. But I had to cut. These things were 4 or 5 feet tall, and I had to cut them down because they pruned all the roots off of them before they shipped them. Here's Old Home Farmingdale 87 pear. That's a rootstock pear. I'm just gonna let it grow out. Let it produce pears. I might be able to make my own rootstock from it or something. There's another Old Home Farmingdale 87 pear. It's looking better than the other one does. Need to get in there and weed them. Some Goomies. These are new this year. As are the hazelnuts. It's a Sweet Scarlet. That's the Sweet Scarlet. I believe this other one was a Red Gem. They've been in here since spring. They're alive. I'd say they're growing super fast, but they're alive. Speaking of alive, here is my Seaberry. Orange Glow Seaberry. It does not appear to be alive. I don't think it made it. It was too far for me to water, and it kind of had to get by on its own. I don't believe it did. Oh well. In this mess, there are some Hopnus Americana, American groundnut. Also, there are some Bradford pear that I think are probably coming up from roots coming from this tree right here. I don't think those are from seeds, but it's possible they could be. This is the only place I ever see them coming up, and I'm just leaving it alone for now. I'm going to do some grafting. I want to try to dig them up and transplant them, and maybe graft some medlar or some hawthorn, or maybe some of those aronia, just to see what takes. I'm going to be grafting a whole lot of stuff to Bradford pear. Also, speaking of alive, Oregon grape, which also needs to be weeded, and oh god, what is that? Is that just grass, or is that one of those tiger nut things? Anyway, it ain't dead. It keeps not dying somehow. It's hanging in there. This is a native. The app tells me it's a persimmon. So I haven't ever seen any fruit on it, so maybe it's a male persimmon. But I've got, I just got a some kind of Asian persimmon in the mail yesterday, so I'll put that one out. Probably today. Eastern, whatever they are, cypress, some kind. Red cedar, eastern red cedar. And some ants. Some of these, I think this might be, was this the one that might be a Carolina buckthorn? It said, the app said there I had some of that, and that might be some of that. It doesn't look like dogwood. You know, dogwoods that I've seen before. It said I also had dogwood. I'll have to come back and look at that with the app. Let's see. What else do I need to update here? Let's go to the back, I guess, and look at the Bradford pear that I've got fruiting pears grafting onto. Here's a peach tree somebody gave me last year that I've still yet to put in the ground. I think it's still alive. I think it's coming out. That's coming out of it. Right? Is that a peach? Some more peach, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's not dead. It ain't doing too good, though. Got some Osage orange right here. That's a sumac. Pretty sure we've got sumac around here. I'm pretty sure that's one of them. All right, here's the Franken pear. These are the grafts I did last year. They all look pretty healthy. They didn't put on any flowers this year. The ones I did 2 years before did flower the next year. So, I don't know, they look fine though. Maybe they're getting less sun over on this side of the tree. South is that way. And here are the grafts from 2 years ago. Looking good. They flowered very well this year, and there were a few pears on it, but they're gone now. So, not sure what happened to them, if a critter got them or if they fell off on their own. But they go way on up there. Maybe next year. Definitely got enough to get cuttings off of it for next year. I want to graft some more. Let's look at what's inside. Oh, one more thing. I do have some passion fruit, aka maypops. Passiflora incarnata, I think, is what we have around here. I've been encouraging that. Got a bit over here. I sprayed Roundup on this area back in April with the intent of killing everything but the maypops, and somewhat successful. There's another vine here. It's got these are the leaves right here. That's what they look like. There's one there. There's a big one over there where that one was. And there's some over here with some fruit on it starting to form. There's another one. There's a flower. I'm gonna have to hand trim all this grass, I guess. Oh, where's the one with the fruit on it? Yeah, growing pretty fast. Yeah, there's a fruit right there. Yeah, it won't be ready till probably October. If it makes it that long, I think there's 2 of them down there. There will hopefully be a whole lot more of them here soon. There's some of that blackberry trying to come back. Do not want that. Don't like thorny blackberries. Alright, I've got some Siberian pea shrubs. This one. Some hardy kiwi, there's a male and a female here. Sour jujube. Got 1, 2, in there, 3, the third one back in there. These seem to be doing pretty well. And then I've got this thornless honey locust. Both the legumes and the kiwi have started developing these little light spots on them. I don't know what that is. I suspect. I haven't seen any webbing on it, so I mean, it kind of looks like spider mites. But they need to go outside. I suspect I broke this piece off of a fig here and just stuck it in here. It was one of those campanaries outside. I broke a piece off of it, brought it in here and stuck it in. I don't know if something rode in there with it. But there's something. I thought it was dust on it first, but no. No. I don't know what that is. It ain't nothing good. So these things need to start moving outside. Oh, down there is an Illinois bundleflower. It doesn't seem to like this soil or the light or something. Yeah. Nothing going on there. But that's the ends. That's most of the inside stuff. And then there's these 3 honeyberries. They're dead. I killed them. Saijo, Asian persimmon, grafted. Just came yesterday. So that's nice. And here's the blackberries. These things are about as old as the aronias. They're doing better than the aronias are. Something growing over here. I'm not sure if that's a blackberry or the raspberry. I did have a raspberry over here, but I never saw any raspberries on it, so I'm not sure if that's because I thought the raspberry died, but then there was something growing over here. It may just be some blackberry that's creeped over, or maybe that's what's left of the raspberry, and this is blackberry. It may not be dead yet. I don't know. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Nanking cherry, dead. Nope, almost dead. That's not the dead one. This is the almost dead one. This one's, I just think it's just late in the year. Maybe I don't know. They're not, the Nanking cherries aren't really super happy here. There you go. Here's the dead one. He dead. There's a comfrey over here. Here's my comfrey. It's not dead. Comfrey never dies. And we've got a bunch of hackberries. They're all over the place. You notice if they produce something. They don't seem to produce until they get at least 20 feet tall, though. And those, whatever those berries are, those are not grapes. I can't remember what they are, but they were something I decided was pretty useless. Huh. An ambulance or something. Fire engine. Yep. And over here's a volunteer chicory. I guess I'll end on that. I think that covers everything. I had some cover crops in this area last year and had a couple things come back. Chicory. Chicory's nice. Alright, that's the mid to late summer update 2024.